Welcome to Chalk and Cheese Podcast. One DJ,
podcast,
one comedian, two other guys.
Chalk and Cheese.
Come on.
Begging it.
So personally, I think Kane. I don't think Kane can scrap. I think.
Fair enough.
And I don't. And big man thing.
You're too pretty, Kane. You
The
can't.
real spit though. I don't think Dizzle's got it.
Dizzle can't fight a Ross.
I think Dizzle's got one good thump in him.
This was a slap. This is a slap.
Yeah, he looked like a slapper.
Man said this is a slapper.
Literally, he's a slapper.
This is a
He's a
slapper.
dirty slapper.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Enough of the boxing fighting thing, yeah, man. Talking about fighting, Adele's been fighting people on her Twitter.
Go on with the link.
Go on with the link.
Apparently, she's been accused of fat shaming.
Oh, shut up.
How could
I'm
she
just
fight
saying.
shame?
That's annoying.
I don't know.
Are they saying that she's fat shaming because she's celebrating losing weight?
That's it. People.
I
But,
think-
but
it makes.
I think somebody, Chris couldn't relate to this, obviously, because he was once like Adele and is one like past Adele,
Yeah, I had
and
the tits and
and
all.
he's now like Adele present. So he's been through. He has been like on the
A
Adele
transition.
journey as well.
I can sing
You know what I
like
mean?
her too.
No, you cannot. Don't embarrass yourself. So Chris does it, the fat shaming as well, as we know. Chris literally does it. So maybe sometime people, but she's not cussing fat people.
I don't fat shame.
What, brother? You cussing we all the while. You cussing whole away.
Oh yeah, that's because
Well,
you said
Kane's not in that group. Kane's
I'm
not
alright.
in the,
I'm alright. Like
For the
I
rest
could
of us.
back off my top now on here, and I know Chris could do it.
That would be a
I
bit
could do
weird.
it. I could do it, but why not?
Brother, this is the wrong group.
But there's four men.
Sorry,
in
me
this, there's
gonna
four
leave
men
the
here.
group.
Like,
Bye.
I'm talking about for the viewers.
but hear the thing.
But there's four of us in here, and
All right, here's what we're gonna
back
say.
off the top.
Let me explain something to you, lot,
Look
yeah?
at this. All defensive,
I'm gonna
man.
explain
Don't
something.
get defensive. We
No.
are talking about them.
I'm gonna explain something to you, yeah? You see what it is, yeah? You have to be, no matter how it goes, you have to be comfortable with yourself, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So, like, there's no shame in who you are, innit? Unless you allow yourself to be shamed.
Yeah, I
Let
read.
me
get what I'm
ask you
saying?
something, yeah?
So big, serious. Like, you saying no one can't take off their clothes, bruv. Everyone can take off their clothes. Like, it's how you feel about yourself and how you want other people to judge you. But then,
Yeah, like you can take off my hat.
Yeah.
Who can take off them hat?
I can think I just got the line around my head from the cap. That's it.
yeah, but listen. You see what it comes to. It comes to like this, yeah. Everyone will have something. So a man might say, "Oh, take off." A man will say, "Show me around your house." Man will say, "Show me your credit score." Man will say, "Show me your bank." Bruv, there's always going to be someone's Achilles, in it.
No, but
So
hold
the
on a
best
second.
thing you can do is just be happy with yourself.
We were talking, yes, but listen, all right, this is the truth, yeah? Who here is happy with themselves, with their body right now?
Happy, of course.
Yeah.
Bruv, you know why? The thing is, I am very comfortable with myself.
I'm not.
I choose to be like.
Yo.
Yeah, now they are.
Yeah.
How did you get the haircut?
Blood clot.
Hey, Bridget, put on your hat, blood.
Brother, I know this or that.
That ain't Dizzle. It looked like he lost weight.
One face look like it been waxed. Man face like them wax it.
Well, he was getting a foot pamper, innit?
Like you get a face pamper
Look
and
like
wax
this.
in my whole face.
His foot them look like that.
Him forehead look shiny a while ago.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, as I was saying, yeah, like, if you live to someone else's expectation, no matter, you will never be happy.
Not anyone else's. I'm talking
No,
about
no.
yours, on your own
No.
self.
No, but this
Yeah,
is what I'm
like
saying.
me right now, me know say me I'm not I've put on a lot of weight over at least the last year and a half. You understand? And me no like it. Me cool with how I am, but me no like it personally.
Yeah.
Because me want to be more back to where the shape of me, like more be back to my fitness where I was. You
Yeah.
understand? Back to like 2016. There's somebody feel but they are getting into a good shape. even when Chris see the picture, Chris I said, raw, like, nah, brother.
Was you,
really
was you training then, or was you just
Yes,
eating?
I was. I was literally training and drinking enough water, eating healthy and things like that. And that's what's happened. Recently, I not train. I stop training. I not really watch what I eat or drink no more. I just, so I don't like it. So I just need to change them things, but I don't like it.
Let me ask you a question, yeah? So you say you don't like it, but yet you don't do nothing about it. So
I know.
So
it's about finding the motivation.
So the point is, there has to be a level of comfortability, and therefore there's some level of satisfaction. Has to be, or you do different.
Well, yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I personally, of course, I've been at different weights. From I was about 16, 17, maybe about 15, I've been a yo-yo with weight. Like I put on weight, I've lost weight. I put on weight, I lost weight. One time I was training so much, people thought I was like sick, the way I was skinny. But I go up and down. The best thing, but what I've realized is I have to just be happy with me until I'm ready to do something, because I can't be sitting there eating foolishness and then be crying. Don't make sense. You just pick one.
Well, you know what's funny? I've always been like, my natural body weight is slim. So for me to be the size I am, I've got to keep eating. So I'm lucky in that way.
You're lucky, boy.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I can eat what I want. My body responds really quick to things. If I eat healthy for like a month, my body, bam, 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 I'm back. But if I eat shit, my body don't feel good at all.
Well, I think if anybody eats shit, them now.
No, but I'm saying like my body responds quickly though. No, my body responds quick. So, like if I train for like after this quarantine, I'm in good shape now. But if I train,
so you eat your own shit or somebody else shit.
Shout out.
Fuck's sake.
But I've always been like, I trained when I was in my 20s. That's when I was training like mad. I was like twice.
So 20 years ago, 25, 20 plus.
All right, no. Mid-20s up to mid-30s, I was like, no, to like early 30s, I was like bigger than Chris. I was like 16 and a half stone, muscle, like ripped.
Yeah, but even when the company scene, you was more broader, like.
I was bigger, yeah, but that was when I was tailing off. I went up to 16 and a half stone, like my neck was like,
that's crazy.
Let me see if I can find some pictures. Like I was, bro, trust me, I was hedge.
Need to get back to.
Is that when you used to? Is that when you was thinking about doing the escorting thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hedge. I was training. I'd get up and train.
Man, I train. Man, I the motivation. Yeah, man. Must
I was
get 20 booking this weekend.
Shout out. I was like training like with all the doormen and all of that, because at the time I was with my ex, and so I'd be looking after the kids till they went to bed. They went to bed at like 9. By 10 o'clock, I was in the gym, and I'm there till 1 o'clock in the morning, training with all of them madman in there. Yeah, man, I was big. Trust me, I'm gonna find some pictures and show you that.
Do that.
So you know what I say? Based on what they are saying. So you feel like Adele wasn't fat shaming, right? But in terms of, you see people who was once big and then they've lost weight and they got in shape, do you feel them have the right to cuss people about them size?
No.
I don't think she was cussing though. She was just saying.
No, I know, not Adele.
I don't think anybody should cuss other people, because let's just look what Kane said, for example. Kane said his natural body weight is really skinny, and no matter what he eats, that's him. So if he cusses someone who puts on weight easy, then that doesn't make it sense. It's like cussing, like for Kane, is cussing someone who just got a different makeup to him. You get what I'm saying? A slower metabolism or whatever. I don't think no one should cuss anyone and have their standard. But for yourself, like we all have a limit. Like where if you're not fit enough, if you're not strong enough, you can't carry your body weight. If a man can't do 10 press ups, you got to do something about it. If you can look down and can't see your hood, you got to sort it out. Like there's things there's levels where you have to cross the line. You know what I mean? But everyone's standard should be for themselves and not for what other people say. Because that's why fat shaming is annoying, because that's your thing. Listen, my brother, he's got a natural muscly physique. So I'm talking from he was 10, them man that had 6-pack and chest, and from he was 10. The brother always got a pack of Haribos under his pillow when we was growing up, yeah?
And he's all right, it's good.
Bro, listen, you eat the world of sweets, fizzy drink, chocolate. He's the worst. He's got the worst diet ever. Always been in shape. Always been like ripped. Muscles without training, bro. Like,
but that's
and
why
that's just his makeup.
you got three. You got three body types. So you got endomorph, ectomorph, mesomorph. Endo is when you're fat, like naturally chubby. Then you got ecto, which is
What
Kane.
name? Endomorph.
That's
Endomorph.
the chunky people. Yeah.
Endomorph.
Beefy.
Yeah, ecto is like
Beefy.
yeah, like Kane. They can do what they want, and then you got mesomorph, the naturally muscular ones. So you got three body types, but they say that if you feed your child and you make your child fat from when they're youths, their cells stretch. So even when they get older, no matter if they lose weight, they can always put that weight back on because you don't lose fat cells, you just shrink them. So that's why it's not good to make your kids fat from when they're young, because when they get older, they can suffer.
There's a problem. Yeah.
So,
Personally, I feel like we've been doing this podcast now since last year, January, and it's coming up to a year and a half. And Chris has been around us longer than that, about 2 years now. And Chris is a PT, a personal trainer, and he is not a good friend because he could have simply said to us, "Listen, guys,
Man should all be ripped. This should be the rip.
Yeah, like he should be like he should have been setting levels."
From when I told Yardie, come round, I'll train you. Yardie don't want to train.
Brother,
Yardie's only one. What about the rest of us?
Exactly. No,
I'm
that.
not cycling.
Long me ask. Chris.
I don't do cycling, Ceesix, so I'm not doing that.
Well, we can do press-ups and dips and pull-ups.
Yeah, you know why, yeah? Anyone that comes to me and says, I want to train, I'm like, whatever. I'm fed up of it.
All right, no, you know what? All right.
It's got to that point where if a man told me... Go on, Kane.
Are you at South?
Yeah.
All right. When I'm back, I'm going to train with you.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm going to train with you. And you're going to see. And I'm going to put that blood clot Dizzle to shame because he showed us 2 jogging videos. The same like Tyson. 4-second clip.
Dizzle, you see that train?
He ain't trained. He's got a spliff in his hand. He ain't training.
Hey, herb is the healing of the nation, man. It's the healing of the nation. It was found on King Solomon's grave.
It's like Mike Tyson. He give us a 4-second clip. Oh, that looked great. Fantastic.
See? Oh, but it's wrong for Tyson. But when Tyson shows his 4-second clip, it's all good, isn't it?
Listen, it was 13 seconds.
Let's show that because shows 13 seconds of running, and we're gonna think he can win the marathon then.
But here's the thing, as I saying, like I think it's very important that I do think people should do what they can to for their own self, for themselves to get better, but don't try to lose weight, get fit for other people's approval. That's the problem, because you will never win their approval. You will never win it, because you imagine I was doing it for people to say, yeah. When you get there, someone else is gonna say, boy, you need to work on that. Before you know it, you're always gonna be unhappy.
That's not true, because
that is true. If you fucking worry about what other people say, then you
I see what
that's
you're
like
saying,
me. Kane could, and you lot could chat shit, but I know that what I've been doing, I don't have to post. When people post at the gym, that's just for social media. I'm at the gym. When you go to work, you're working, isn't it? You don't need to post.
You look like you lost weight though, dude.
Yeah, you look like
that's what I'm saying. The proof is in the pudding, isn't it?
It look different. It look different, man.
The proof is in the pudding, so
it look like him wax.
I know what I've been doing. You know what I mean?
Tell him.
I've got nothing to prove to no
Tell him
one
again.
in this group.
I
no
never
one.
knew.
Tell him again, Dizzle.
No one. I'm a grown man, so no one can influence me or out.
You know what's funny? I didn't know you could lose weight from
Dizzle, no? Sir, Dizzle in the building.
We say, Kane?
I said I never knew you could lose weight from a foot massage. I never knew that.
You know. But even Chris, who used to be a fat person, now is muscly. He doesn't really. You're not a good person, Chris, because you put fat people down and you cuss.
No, you're lying. You're lying.
You cuss us. You cuss us. We're fat.
Tell me when.
No, for real. If we wasn't like strong up on ourselves, we would have like self. Like.
Oh, fuck off, people.
Yeah, we will. I'm talking serious. You can laugh and all that, but we're 100% real. You always put us down. You call Yardie a fat potato. You call this. You call me. You call. No, but it's just to you, but case if we really go up and pray it. Because remember, when someone's talking about your body, it's not even a joke. With your body, you could go into, even though you laugh with your friends then, but you don't know what a man's really thinking. That's why they say.
All right, Dizzle, let me ask you a question.
You get what I mean?
Dizzle.
Sometimes there's, no, but I'm just explaining to you that sometimes what to you is a joke is not really a joke, and you've been through it. But you was a fat little piece of shit. Cool. You used to get pussy and you used to sweat in your house for no reason. You was disgustingly fat. That even your dad didn't even talk to you.
You don't even know.
But now you now you cuss people. That's fat.
Hey, Dizzle said Chris used to sweat gravy.
All right, let me ask you a question though, Dizzle. When have I put you down?
Chris, I'm not going to do Chris, if you're asking that question, then I'm not going to answer it. If you're genuinely asking that friend, that's like me asking you like in the group, am I erratic sometimes? When have I been erratic? I'm erratic. I'm an erratic motherfucker.
You know what? I've never ever cussed Dizzle, you know.
Oh no, Chris.
I've cussed Yardie, yes.
Chris, stick a pin. Listen, stick a pin. What Dizzle's saying is true, because we all in this group have put each other, like, we've cussed Chris about his...
Exactly!
Hold on. You dislike it. And then but you've cussed everyone about weight. We've all cussed each other about size, height. Like, the point is, no one in this group is innocent, so don't act like you're innocent. You're
that's what I'm saying.
But the point is, on a deeper note, he's not saying you're a bad person. What he's basically saying is, we're strong because we get to each other, we put each other down. But sometimes you don't know, even though it's joke and jest, sometimes you don't know if it really resonates with people. So where's the, like, for example, when Dizzle was jogging and showed us, like, nobody really encouraged him.
Yeah, go on, Dizzle.
All right.
No one did.
All right,
deep down.
And I'm going to be honest, even though it was just, it really did get to me on my child's life. It got to me because I wanted you lot to support me, not to say, oh, fuck, I do not, you know what I mean? I wanted that actual support. Sometimes we joke, but sometimes you want your better support, you know what I mean?
I'm going
to be from the heart. It did get to me.
Can I say?
Hence why I ain't put nothing up again. I just do me, innit?
All right. Can I say something, yeah?
Go on.
This is the problem. This is a bit of an issue because the dynamic that we've got in the group is normally fun and joke. No matter what anybody does.
Yes.
Ceesix at his big living room. We're cussing for 20 minutes on his big living room. My curtains, rare. Everybody cuss about everything.
No, but that's it. But what's the point?
For you, but I'm saying, let me finish then. For you to be saying, when you showed us the video, you didn't expect us to laugh first of all.
It don't make sense.
No, stick a pin.
Everything we joke about in this group. Everything we joke about.
But stick a pin. Hold on, Kane. We laughed at your garden, but deep down, you know, we did say, "Well, now you're doing well." But we see if we laugh, when we laugh at anything, if there's no positive, there's no balance. So if we was to laugh after this and say, "Well, you're breathing heavy, you're this, that,"
yes.
and then turn around at the end and say, "No, but big man thing, keep it up, bro."
Now, hold on, did I not say that in the group?
We said that.
And then I
cut you off.
I said, you know what?
Let
me speak. I said, Dizzle, I said, that's good. The hardest thing is the part where you plateau. That's the part you need to go through. I said that. So don't act like I didn't rate you, blood.
I'm gonna go through the group.
You know what it is?
I don't remember.
And the reason why Kane's explaining himself, because he's the one who mostly doesn't encourage and puts people down.
That's a lie.
You know what? Dizzle's had a bad fucking day. And
No. Please, wait. Chris, wait a second, please. Dizzle, do me a favor. And be honest. Don't lie to me, yeah? Out of everybody, even your manager, who has told you about your potential the most?
Can I say something to
you? Be honest.
Yeah, shut up.
Just be honest. Just be honest.
You.
About his potential. About his potential.
Yeah, but hold on, wait.
You sure?
No, he said.
You sure? Bro, I put my money there, bro.
Hold on.
Are you sure?
But Dizzle said, I don't big up no one. I big up everybody in my... Listen, we bust joke, yeah? We bust joke. But if I know a man's like, right...
Kane, why is Dizzle's having a bad day? He's trying to make everyone feel bad. Fuck him. Yeah? He knows.
You know what? I'm not explaining nothing.
Anyway, no, big and serious.
I always think him up. He can shut up, man.
Listen, see when it comes to on the real, see when it comes to fat shaming, yeah. See when it comes to fat shaming, I do feel like we have to be. There is a line, and we should always encourage people for health reasons. So, like all of us, well, definitely, I could be a lot more fitter. I could do a lot more. Like I'm on this riding thing. I'm training again, but as Yardie was saying, like Chris should be saying, "Well, see, come, let's train, bro." Like, do you know what I'm saying? Oh no, listen, Yardie picked up some decks. Hollered at me. See, I got some decks. I'm gonna do some music. I want to DJ. So I hooked him up. Told him what he needs to get. Sent him some tunes. Whatever he needs, any advice he needs, I'm there. Like,
yeah, but he went to you. He went to you when he wanted it, though, innit? Like, no one's gone to Chris and said, "Chris,
thank you." Right now, that's what I'm gonna say.
I spoke to Chris. He laughed at me. I don't ride, blood. I don't cycle, blood.
No, but can I say something to you? I'm gonna cut you, Chris. The reason why Chris can't say nothing and he's chatting shit right now, because at the end of the day, he's a PT trainer. Even though yes, we whiz banter, and yes, we do have serious times. So in the serious times, why don't you say to us, you know what? You could put on, give us a little routine then. Say, you know what? In the mornings or the evenings, do this, try this, and get yourself a bit fitter. You know the way that nothing of encouragement.
Can I explain something now?
Always put down, but don't encourage us to say.
Can I finally explain?
He doesn't go out his way to say, you know what, I'm gonna help my guys get fit.
Can I explain?
You understand?
Can I finally explain now? All right, I've been working in the industry for many, many fucking years, yeah? And I'm fed up of people. Look, if you ask me a question, I will give you the answer.
Yeah, you do give me the answer.
I'm not going to motivate anyone if they're not ready to motivate themselves. We spoke about this. Like my client, like people will come up to me and say, all right, for instance, I'll give you an example. When I used to box, yeah, I used to go in there and the coaches never used to fart on me sometimes. And it wasn't.
So why you want them fart on you?
Until I got older, I realized.
Why you want people fart on you? I'm to that freaky boy, that one.
It wasn't until I got
that boy
older.
Want him to them fart on him. Sorry.
Yardie is the funniest.
Why are you cutting the guy, Yardie?
It weren't until I got
older. Life on me. You turn 6'9", you see me, I cut nobody. Stop.
But you hear about
make him talk, man. Make him talk.
Eyes, you fucking idiot.
Go on, Chris.
It weren't until I got older, I realized, because I weren't putting the effort in.
Mute the boy, Dizzle. Mute him, yes.
It weren't until I got older where I realized I weren't putting in enough effort for my coaches to realize that I'm serious. And I'm fed up of, it feels like it's a lot of energy to keep telling people something, and you know they're not going to take it serious. Until you show me that you're serious, yes, I will. But you can still call me. I'm not taking no extra hours out of my life.
I'm on your side.
You might get paid for it. Dizzle, if a man asked you to come and do a little set for him for free, yeah?
I have done that.
You might only want to do it because you might want to test new material. But majority of the time, if they're not paying you, then they can fuck off.
But we're not talking about them. We're talking
Chris,
about your boys. Look at my friends that you're around. And be your friends.
Look how many times these men will give you comedy advice. They help you.
But
he's asked, and he's serious.
I will ask.
I'm on Chris's side there.
And you will see me putting in the work.
I'm on Chris's side. What? You want me to be on your side?
And I'll put in the work.
But he's chatting doo-doo.
I'm not.
All right.
Chris is chatting doo-doo.
All right.
No. Let me just. Sorry, Chris. Let me talk. Give me 1 second, yeah? Give me 1 second. This is one thing that I live and die by, yeah? Like, with your... All right, Dizzle. This is the good point then. All of you, man, are social media. You know I'm fucking shit at it. Which one of you that pull me to the side and say, boom, I'm going to show you this?
Ask yourself that.
Thank you.
No.
Why would you go out of your way to do it if I'm not fucking asking?
Don't say thank you. Kane, hold on. Don't say thank you. Don't say thank you.
You're chatting shit.
I'm saying to you.
That's chatting shit.
Hold on, Kane. Ask yourself that same question and then think back to the conversations that you've had with man and you tell me who said that to you.
Hold on. Yeah, but hold on. But that's when, listen, hold on. Hold on, wait a second. 6. Yeah, what I'm saying is, unless I'm serious and I'm saying to you, yo, listen, right now,
yes,
I know I can come to you, man. Yeah. I know I can come to you, man.
There you go.
But I have to come to you first. I can't wait for you to come and fix my life.
Exactly.
No, but let me stop you there.
I'm not gonna come to you.
Let me counteract that and show that you use just chatting shit. not in a disrespectful way, but you were chatting shit. You've come to me, and Six has come to me and told me about my potential. Same way Chris could come to me and say, you know what? You could do better if you do this, or you understand? I never asked you lot shit. You've told me my potential. Chris, as a potential trainer, should say, all right, you know what? You're putting on a bit of weight, but if you do this, and let's do this as a little routine, as a day, you know, a little advice, like how you lot give me, that's my point. What are you saying to me then?
Listen, no, hold on, let me jump on that. You see, as a brethren, hold on, you see, as a brethren, hold on, Chris, you see, as a brethren, yeah, you see, sometimes when, all right, so say you do your comedy show, yeah, and then one of the men come up to you and say, hey, well, even I've come up to you and said, Chris, I think you should do that totally voluntarily, like just told you, I think that will make it a bit better. You taking it on and it's worked for you. It wasn't in your head. It wasn't something that you were planning. But someone brought it up, showed you about it, and now you're on it. So if you say to someone, listen, just in case, I noticed this, like brethren, talk to brethren, innit? Like, I noticed this, try that. You realize sometimes you might spark that genius or the motivation that a man might need.
Exactly what I'm trying to say.
You saying, I'm not prepared to do it for no one else because of people in the past, that means you're letting your brethren suffer.
Thank you.
That's not.
That's my point. That is true. That's the fucking be all and end all. That is. Because you're saying you can't be bothered about nobody. So I'm trying to say we're your friends. We shouldn't be in the nobody category. You lot ain't in the nobody category. You lot are my boys. So what I would do for the people on road, I would do for my friends in here.
Listen, Dizzle, you've only shown 2 videos of you running, blood. If I saw you doing other things...
But if I showed 2 videos, look what happened, you idiot. It's not making sense.
No, I'm not.
I showed 2 videos, you put me down. Why would I want to show a third?
No,
I like abuse.
But I didn't put you down, though. I never put you down. It wasn't me that put you down.
I don't know who... I know I did.
I said, go on, Dizzle.
Hands up, I did.
I said, go on, Dizzle.
No, you was busted up in that high-pitched voice.
Yes, I said, go on. Yeah, because Kane's joke was funny. It was funny.
Anyway.
Ceesix hit the nail on the head. Well,
anyway, the man them in life, whatever our strengths are, if we can use our strengths and encourage each other in their weaknesses, then that's what we need to start doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Dizzle.
Hold on. So listen.
No, but you lot do that already. As I said, you lot do that already. Kane and Ceesix has done that to me. Kane and Ceesix has given me that extra boost to think, you know what, let me start from scratch and reach my potential. So there's no excuses. Oh, I never tried that. You catch what I'm dealing with, and that's them too. I never asked them. They see that and saw something in me. They don't stand nothing to gain from it. You catch what I'm dealing with. Same what I'm saying with you. You catch what I'm doing. If you could see your friend could get help in a certain way, not because fuck it. You know what I mean? No.
Sally fucked about one.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think it's no. If you in your heart, you see what I'm saying?
But
Kane will phone me and say something. You catch what I'm dealing with. He'll give and hearing that from Kane, I think, yeah, that will touch me. And he went out his way to tell me that. You catch what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Little things spark because it sparked something in me.
Now, before you started, one more thing. Before you started training, yeah, a couple months back or even last year, you was training for a little bit, right? And I was giving you advice on stuff in the gym. Remember you was asking me about like the clothes and that?
Yeah.
I gave you advice. I never heard from it, and you stopped training. And then I think you done it again, and you stopped training. So my thing is, yeah, if I saw you doing more of this thing, I'm always gonna jump in and give a man advice.
Okay.
I got motivation for everyone.
Listen, you were serious about it. That's why I forgot all about it.
All right, listen, a bit of motivation. Big up, Chris. You're the only one that trains, yeah. So.
Not true. Fuck off, man.
No, Kane, you might. He's the only one who trains religiously, innit?
Look at that.
All right, cool. What I'm saying, I'm gonna say this.
You're half African. You're half African, so you got that. Make that fucking.
I'm more than half. I done my DNA test, brother. I'm full African in it.
You got loads everywhere.
Full African.
Anyway, listen. I'm saying, yeah, if we all put a 250 in, yeah. That's 4 of us, yeah. £250 in the hat, yeah. And then come December, the most improved, the most for your improve. You don't have to be.
You lot were beefing. You lot were beefing.
It's not a competition to see.
Ceesix, yo, we not there for one of your money.
Yeah, you know.
We not there for this again, brother.
All right, go on.
Yeah, cause I know we are from banner. We are from banner and
okay, money in the hat and buy a backdrop.
Yeah, about 250, you know.
It take like a partner. You get some money now and put it back in.
Again,
at the end, whoever's the most improved, I'll give you all the bag in it. I'll give you the grand.
But why you got to hold it? Why you got to hold it?
Well, we spoke about who we trusted it. It's not going to be.
I come top. You come second.
And it's not.
I come top in most people's list.
The worst thing. I probably be the worst. I probably have this fucking grand at the end of the. I probably be the most trustworthy. To be fair.
Oh, you're mad.
All right, listen. Okay, well, let's just forget it and move on to the next topic because.
All right, hear me I say. Next topic. Hear me I say, yo, brother. Yo, anyone ever have no heart broken?
Yeah.
That was a. Where did that come from? I didn't even know that was in the group.
Dizzle say, yeah. What? Go on, Dizzle. Tell me about it.
I'm heartbroken.
Oh, what happened?
Soft voice and everything, you know. I set the mood in that.
Yeah. I'm starting to lower the voice.
You know what's funny?
Go on, let him talk. Go on, this.
Yeah, let him talk.
I can't remember. I didn't even talk about it. To be fair.
No, man, you can't just leave it like that.
No. See, heartbreak. I don't know. There's things you.
Go on, Dizzle.
You fucking arsehole. No, I haven't been heartbroken. I've been disappointed and let down.
I've not been heartbroken.
Because I haven't really been in a relationship like that to be, you know what I'm saying? I've been with girl and they let me down and I feel pissed and, you know the way there?
Yeah.
Not even when I got my jacket, I was heartbroken. Half new.
Do you feel that?
I like the way he says that, you know, because, you know, like, I can't, he just says it so casual.
Do you feel that you are to blame as well for getting your heart broken?
Not with the jacket, no.
That was out of order. That was out of order. Any woman that did that, that's out of order.
Yeah, he can't be blamed. He was tricked.
Mm.
He was skanked.
And you know what she said as well? Because like we broke up for like, she said, you know them when the girls say back in the day, they say, let's like, break. Yeah, let's a break. And she fucked. So she said, "Oh, I didn't cheat. She fucked on the break." No.
I hate that one.
That's why she had that guy in the waiting room. And
from a long time. She probably was fucking him while he was.
That's right.
You understand?
But she didn't want to feel guilty. She knew what she was doing, so she didn't want to feel guilty.
Yes.
We're on a break, so then she can come back with that excuse now when anything come on top.
Yeah. There's a saying for women like that. They say. Women are like monkeys. They never swing from a tree
without holding on to one branch.
Yeah, they never got another branch to hold on to.
But to be honest, who's actually apart from I think Dizzle, but who in the group has been single and not had no girl around him?
Had no girl.
Yeah.
I did once.
Well, apart from this,
That's the trick of the question. No girl around. You're single, but you ain't got no girl around.
That is so.
Who's done that?
I know that is so. You could never.
That's like when nobody linking them not answer the phone. Nobody not free. Everybody busy.
Nobody.
That's so.
That's when you realize, you know what, that life ain't the greatest, you know.
But saying that, when you have too much to call, you usually end up. I end up enough times up by myself because of pickiness. You know, you pick. You just go to your bed, and that's most nights for me. You know I think when you got the pick of the bunch, you understand what I'm saying? It's you just get confused and choosy to choose nothing. They say you pick and pictures, pick shit.
Yeah, but the problem is, I'll tell you what happens with that, I'll tell you what happens. In that situation, because you're not, all right, so like you got 5 gal, you're not going to feed them 5 gal enough to keep them on the boil. You ain't going to, because you're dipping in this one, then you're dipping this one, then you go back to so By the time you're like, all right, then let me pick one.
No, in Disney probably dipping all of them at the same time too.
But I'm saying, so that's why it's good to focus. Just focus. If you focus on one, then at least you can try and build something.
But some people don't want to build. They just want to fuck you.
That's true. That's
no,
true.
loving a touch.
Saying that, but say Kane, you're talking like from back in the dating, because you haven't been on the dating scene. You didn't realize these girls they just want to fuck and move on. It's like social media. They don't want to put up. Remember, see, like back in the days, little argument, you'd work it out. Any argument, that's it. Gone. It could be the minus of the minor. No one's trying to fix it because there's a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So Dizzle,
give me a slow job from back way, and you're giving me. You understand? And then this man right now that's gonna eat girls pum pum while they're doing a handstand. You understand what I'm saying? Go home. They want no pussy. They just want to eat it and go home. You can't compete with these kind of guys.
So back to me, I said. So apart from this, another man in I've never had a heart broken.
You know what? Yeah, I would say. You know when you have your heart broken. Let me create some clarification here. Is the person if your heart gets broken, is it because someone just leaves you, or is that how you get your heart broken?
No, but do you have to be in love to get your heart broken?
I believe so. You can't.
Yes, you have to. That's why I said I felt disappointed because I haven't really loved anyone like that to like heartbroken and.
In my head, at the time, it felt like a heartbreak. At the time, but I was
yes. That's why I was confusing about. That's why I was thinking. I had to think about it. It's not a heartbreak. It's disappointed. She disappointed me, let me down.
And she bruised your ego. Yeah.
Listen, there was a girl that I was with when I was like, I must have been 14, 15. No, but in your head, when you're 15, you ain't meeting the next girl like that. In your head. Oh God, this girl, one coolie thing.
Brother, you can remember 30 odd years ago?
Yeah, man, you're mad. Yeah. And brother, we were in the same school together, yeah? The girl was Chris. And you know you have your summer holiday. Summer holiday finished now. Brother, when I come back, this bitch is with a new guy in the house.
That's happened to me, after summer holiday.
Brother, my heart. Oh, God.
Yeah. I believe you have to be in love to get your heart broken.
Have you been heartbroken, Yardie?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you. Sorry to cut you, Yardie. But if we're going back so far, I was like a girl from school. Same thing what you're doing. She's Chris. But when we broke up, I used to listen like soul tunes. But when I go home, I couldn't listen to the soul tune because I felt like I was going to cry, if you know what I'm saying.
It relates to you.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was still man them, so I don't know if it was, you understand that? And
so does that explain the A. Marie then?
Shut up, fat face, cunt.
Fat shaming.
But no,
I couldn't listen to slow jams because it really, I felt like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It meant something.
No, so like with me, I don't think I've been heartbroken because I say you have to be in love for that to happen. And yes, I am in love with my woman. You get me? We've been together from what? Where you said this before dinosaurs or whatever. So, you know what I mean? And me and my woman good. Obviously, we've had ups and downs and we've been through a lot together. Nice. So there has been times where maybe like we have been through things and it feel like, yeah, it might hurt inside, but we're still together. So I don't know. I can't say I've been heartbroken in that sense.
Yeah, I've been heartbroken.
I think you have.
We know.
I'm not talking your business, but I know you have been heartbroken.
Oh, Chris?
No, Yardie.
Yeah, he did, man. But Chris just said he thinks he has been heartbroken. We know you have. The Cuba situation wasn't nothing.
That one didn't even really bum me like my first one, though.
So you've been heartbroken more than once?
Okay. There times. But like I said...
You're real pum-pum out here, isn't it? That's why you got feelings for us.
Like I said, I didn't care enough.
Is that why you so vicious and hate girl like that? Even though you fuck them?
Why
hey, Dizzle, man kiss a girl in front, you know.
What you got?
Huh?
Hear the reputation you're getting.
Yeah, man, trying to treat me like a bad dude out here. I'm a fat shamer. I hate gal.
Yeah, but at least we know it's coming from. At least we know it's not just coming out of the air. You're tainted.
Oh,
You're
shut
tainted.
up.
I
don't hate no one. What happened was, yeah. You see when when I was heartbroken by her, fam, I couldn't eat.
That's when you know, because he was a fat fuck back then.
I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was watching TV.
Yeah, you know, Mama Savage can't go hospital.
I'm looking straight at TV.
Something right. Can't go.
It was the first time I ever.
That man's got a proper allergic reaction to heartbreak.
That man, he just said he was staring through the TV, you know.
From a girl make you don't eat, you know. That's it.
Make him talk.
That bun me.
Go on, talk.
But what did she do? Did she cheat on you?
Yeah, cuz.
That's the worst one. That's the worst one. If a girl cheat on you, the whole thing playing in your head.
It's because I've never experienced the cheating thing before. So, but I kind of knew, but I was cussing her off, and then eventually she came out of it. But I still thought she was lying, cuz. And then when she was really and she was crying over the phone and that bun my skin, fam. Not gonna lie. And the thing is, I didn't drive back then. Nothing. I would have drove up to her house and cuss her off, but I couldn't even do that. I had to stay in my house.
Hold on, wait a second. Did you know what the guy looked like?
I was young though. I was about 16.
Did you know what the guy looked like?
Yeah, man. Some little rubber lip you.
Another little one.
No.
And you know, with my one, yeah, when the said girl that from I couldn't play the soldier, when I got older now, it's like I still had feelings for her, and then, but I didn't say nothing to you know, but you see it, but you still got feelings, and you don't know, and then you see a bridging going, fuck it, oh my god.
Is it touchy, yeah?
I try to think about it now.
I don't think.
You know, say I go up on Facebook after this. I go on Facebook message, you know.
When I was a youth, yeah, I remember I really did like one girl. You know, like her enough, and I put in work to try and get her in it, and then
talking and all sorts.
Just putting in work, you know, like constant putting in work. Proper fancied her. Even at this time, yeah, there was a couple girls of her friends that were into me, but true, I was into her. I was like, I had my focus. This rascal out girl go get breed up by the idiot is you on the ends, man.
That hurts, isn't it?
Off, man.
It hurts.
And I know when they fuck, I don't mind, but when you see them breed, that's it. You're gone. That's
yeah.
But
I think everybody in here.
Yardie, sorry to cut you, yeah.
Go on.
C61 don't fucking count.
No.
At not one stage did the girl like him.
Hold on. Listen.
Fantasy. He was a fantasy.
Listen. Hold on. Listen. Kane.
Man, I start the girl, you know.
We're talking about we're just talking about when we're young. So when you were 15 and that girl, that wasn't your girlfriend. You know she wasn't. So shut up. That's why when you went on school holidays, come back, she was speaking to someone else. We're talking about bro. Hold on, listen. I know you like to get your jokes out, but we're talking about.
It wasn't a joke.
Hold on, we're talking about adolescence. We're talking about.
You said you liked the girl. The girl never liked you at one stage. And you said you was heartbroken when she got free. Come on, man.
Him not even say if him talk to the girl once.
Kane, I never for 1 second. Hold on, man.
Let me hear what Ceesix. At first, I really want to hear what Ceesix was.
Firstly, we're not talking about me. I never said I was heartbroken. I'm just jumping off of the back. What
said you was heartbroken.
Hold on a second. Let's not do this, bro.
Find your words.
Let's not do this. Yeah, we're speaking about. You lot spoke about. Chris spoke about being 16. You spoke about being 15. Dizzle spoke about being young. I'm just telling you about a time when I was young. If we're gonna speak about, that's why I asked at the beginning. Let's clarify. When you're talking about heartbreak, are you talking about someone that's left you? Bruv, I've been in a big, serious relationship, you know, like I've had breakups. I'm not a fucking idiot. Like I have been.
No, but you didn't speak about
this conversation. Hold on. Kane, bruv, listen, man. 1 second, listen. We're having a serious conversation about heartbreak, yeah? The first thing you do is mention being 15. So you know, you don't even, you didn't love the girl.
Yeah, puppy love.
Yeah.
But I said
Hold
that.
on, bro. Just wait a second. Chris spoke about being 16. So deep down, he probably didn't even love the girl. Dizzle spoke about being young. Right? So I'm letting you know that at that age, this is what I was feeling at that age. Because this conversation has now changed from genuine heartbreak, big man in love with his woman who he's living with and they broke up to being 15. So don't try and do your jokes and make it about me, bro. Think about the conversation.
All right,
I thought you was intelligent, bro.
But it was
no.
in fairness to Kane, Kane spoke to the girl. Chris was with the girl. Dizzle speak to the girl. You not talk to the girl. Probably don't even know you.
Yes, so that don't make sense then.
All right, listen. If that's the case, wait, Ceesix. If that's the case, then right. I've been heartbroken back in 80. Fuck me, I forgot what year it was.
Why?
I used to love.
Well, fuck me.
Whitney Houston. You see when Bobby Brown. You see when Bobby Brown breed her up. My heart was broken, lad.
I hear you still. I hear you still. You guys, you see what you're doing here? You can do all you like, innit? You can say all the bullshit you like and try and make jokes about people just so you can get a bit. No, because I know you need validation. I know you need validation, bro. I know. But the point is, yeah.
Validation for what?
Well,
You just told us the story that you like the girlfriend. The girlfriend like you. The girlfriend's like you. You didn't like the girlfriend. The girl you like didn't even know your first name.
She didn't know you liked it. She wasn't even aware.
She didn't even know who I was, yeah.
That's my belly. It's like.
Sorry.
She never know nothing about see.
All right, listen. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. This conversation was doomed from the start. Yeah.
Why?
It wasn't. It's until you made your story.
No. This conversation was doomed from the start. The only person that was gonna speak about anything was Dizzle, and or Chris. Yardie ain't gonna talk about his heartbreak. He's not gonna talk about his time when he was with such and such, and he's not doing it. Kane ain't doing it.
Yeah,
so this conversation, that's why. Hold on, Kane. That's why Kane spoke about when I was 15 because that's his disclaimer because he can't talk about his baby mother. He can't.
Yeah, but
he's
why
talking about 15, so it don't go nowhere. This is
why didn't you talk
failed?
Why didn't you talk about someone that you was actually with then? I did.
Why do you think? Kane, let's be sensible. Why didn't you speak about someone in your adult life?
I didn't have to, but I'll tell you about
You know why you didn't? You know why you didn't speak about no one in your adult life. You know why. No one in your adult life. You spoke about 15. You was a virgin until you was 18. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not. Stop starting conversations that man ain't gonna be free about, and then when someone else try and deflect, stop the deflecting. Tell us about. All right, listen. It is. If you speak about your adult life, I'll speak about my adult life.
No one said not to speak. Wait. Nobody said speak. Hold on. No one said speak about your adult life or or when you was a teenager. No one said that.
You spoke about you being safe. You being safe.
But the story you told had nothing to do with what the question was.
It did.
Telling about
Never.
The girl you weren't with.
The conversation. No, I never. The conversation.
With the girl.
The conversation.
You didn't even talk to the girl.
Listen. You lot can do all your jokes. You can do all your jokes because it's about context. It's about context.
I understand.
So then,
Was the girl real?
Shut up, man.
No, but I'm saying, I understand what you're saying.
Don't let them wind you up.
I wanted.
Bro, listen, you say that don't let them wind me up, but it is, yeah. I'm not fucking every time you think that you're gonna keep ridicule. Like, bro, just listen to read between the lines and stop drawing out because now you're making me draw you out and talk about what man's hiding. Just because you want to draw you out.
Hide nothing.
No, we're not hiding. Talk your facts. Talk your facts, and then we won't skate around and bring up foolishness.
We're not.
You think I'm talking about 15? Oh, I've been with my woman 14 years, and you know I love her. What the fuck?
Yes. Yes.
You know you love her. You know you love
Exactly.
her. Exactly.
So what?
But that's not the question. The question is about her. The question isn't about her. We know you love her. We know you love her.
Exactly.
The question that you posed is about the past, but you were never in your life gonna answer that question.
Because I've never been in love.
Can I say something then?
So,
right then.
Oh, you can't tell me say a lie. What if you tell me say a lie?
I'll let you go on your
You can't tell me say a lie. You can't tell me say a lie. You cannot tell me say a lie, Ceesix. Ceesix, you cannot tell me say a lie.
I can tell you that every single man has thought they were in love until they realized what love was.
You cannot say that.
True, of course.
You cannot. No, it cannot be true.
Every single person has thought they were in love. You thought you was in love until you met the love of your life, and then thought,
no,
you're
right. No, that's not fact.
Yes.
No.
Let me say something.
No, it's not fact.
Sorry, let me just say something.
1 minute, Ceesix, you can't talk for every man. You can only talk for yourself.
Anybody that's been in a relationship, you think you're in love, and then once you get in love,
that's not true.
You realize
that's not true.
That's not true. You didn't love her. You know
that's not true.
Twice.
That's not true.
No, but you know
one before and then like this one.
You're the only man.
I have friends out there who never been in a relationship. Then just a date girl and move on, date girl and move on, date girl and move on, date girl. So what about that man?
Them man there.
Talk for every man.
You don't read their messages. You don't read their messages. You don't see when they're balling.
So you read them and you see them when they're ball.
You don't see when they're going through. Nobody
see it.
Listen, no man can tell. Nobody tells their truth of what they're dealing with and their emotions when the girl is not. When the girl
but you see it all. You see it all.
No, I don't see it all.
But that me I try to say. The reason why me I say this is because you are saying that every man. When you say every man, that's every single man in the world. There's man out there who don't probably never ever been in love in their life. Nothing think all love.
All right, can I just say something? Now, I'm not gonna go back onto your yeah. But one thing I can say where you're completely wrong, yeah. I've been doing comedy for 13 years. Every one of you know I talk about my old relationships.
Yes.
Always on stage. I ain't got nothing to afraid when it comes to that.
Yeah, but if I was heartbroken,
I'd say it. If I was heartbroken, I would say it.
Yeah.
I'll speak on stage about my relationship.
Ceesix say I hide it. That's
like therapy.
You make when you you make jokes, but this is an open conversation. And
no, it's different.
That's
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Listen, whatever I say on stage, there's truth in it. Whatever I say on stage, there's truth in it.
Yo, Kane, hear what me I say. You see Ceesix, yeah? Ceesix refused to play certain songs because they remind him of something. And he's a DJ. Imagine that. You book him to play at your wedding. You book Ceesix to play at your wedding, and just because a certain song remind him of when he got his heart broken, like when Dizzle says a certain song you never want to hear, you can't even request it. I'll tell you, no, I don't have that. I don't have that. So why not talk about that?
Like what?
Brother, talk about that.
Like what?
You are come tell we say we are hide this and hide that.
Talk your facts. Like what?
So when you are hide, talk where you are hide.
Like what song? Like what song?
I don't know the ones where you say you can't send me. Remember, like you send me all of my song. I'm saying, yo, what this name? Say, oh, yeah, long story, past relationship and
All I'm saying is, there's some things here, yeah. That's a very good question that he's posed, yeah. A very good question, and in order for everybody to get involved, yeah. It has to be real. It's gonna have to be real. So what?
But I think 4 hours are real.
Chris is the realist.
Hold on. So what I'm gonna say is this. Listen, Dizzle didn't want to. He's real about most things, you know. But at the beginning, he was like, I didn't want to talk about that because it. And then you got to understand that there's some people that are just like raw. So to have contribution, you got to talk about a time when you were like raw. Okay, that's a bit mad. And for your information, yes, I wasn't with that. I never were no fantasy girl. There's a girl that I liked, innit?
I have had my heart broken.
We were getting close, but
I have.
It was just
when Arsenal got to Champions League final and lose.
It was. I was being friend zoned, but I was thinking I wasn't. But I was a youth. Yeah. But feelings is feelings. You get what I'm saying?
But you have to know you're even friend zone.
But the man them are avoiding. the proper.
Man, nah, let it go, you know. You can't stay there and make it let go. Ceesix never know the girl. The girl never know your Ceesix.
It's all right. Because let's move on to your wife. We know that. It's cool.
Of course, yes.
Let's move on to the next topic. What's the next topic?
Yeah, game playing.
Have you ever fantasized about a girl in your life?
Why are you asking questions that you ain't gonna answer?
He would never answer it.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you ask? Are you asking questions that you're not gonna answer?
So how you mean me never answered?
So have you fantasized about?
What?
He was joking. He was talking about Ceesix. He was joking.
I said, have you ever fantasized about somebody who's not real?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's joking. That's what he was joking.
I didn't even pick up your the fucking idiot.
He's joking. Come on, man.
No, but why are you still stretching out the joke for? Why do you still do that?
He can't help himself, man. Crackhead. He can't help himself. Anyway.
No, because Ceesix take things so serious, you know.
You know what it is.
Watch it. You see him can't stop it.
No, it's not it is. Because every week, it's not because you know what? This conversation, this week has been, the last couple of weeks have been cool. But I'm just saying, sometimes let's just have a flow without trying to always. Do you get me? So you try to twist it. I don't want to always be. There doesn't always have to be a victim. We can have a podcast without a victim.
But it was a joke. It was a joke.
And you turn yourself in a victim.
It was a joke.
No, every week there's a victim.
Yeah. No, you take yourself and turn yourself into a victim.
No, every week there's a victim. They don't have to be a victim. Sometimes
no, they
have a conversation.
Ceesix, yeah? Ceesix, right? Chris, watch this. I'm going to point out something. I'm not going to drag this out. Ceesix, Chris said something about he's had his heart broken. And we said, Cuba one. Him said, no, another one. And Dizzle straight away say, you real pum out here in a rare. And the whole that we hear and we move on. We never Chris never focused on that.
He carried on.
I had to mute you. Hold on. I muted you too. If I didn't mute you, Chris would have stopped.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. I made it done.
I muted you so you could continue.
I wish we could have muted you because you never know when to stop. That you just always overtalk everybody every time. Watch them. Look, it's a big grown man this now with 3 picnic, you know? Watch him. Watch him. Him say 4 picnic. I don't even know. You get jacket too.
When it in a belly, it's still alive, you know.
Okay. Anyway, you allowed what Kane said. You focus on it until we had a whole conversation about it.
I don't know why you
never needed to happen.
But one thing I can say about that is, they did allow you to say that thing first, Ceesix. So
right, I let him say it. And then
we just say it after.
You
just have to let it go.
Which is our rule.
I never, but listen, all I'm doing is I'm just trying to defend myself.
No, you highlighted like you were the victim. No, you just take it and move on.
I never for 1 second said it was you never let me land, but I was defending myself because I do believe.
You don't have to defend yourself.
But I do believe that there's too much treading carefully in that particular subject, and therefore it backfired on me because I'm doing the same. I'm playing the same game as you and Yardie, playing the same fucking game, talking about foolishness. So who's Samantha? That can't happen. So you're just talking about when I was 16. Like, come on.
But me never talk about me 16.
No, because you didn't speak about nothing. You spoke about the only person I know ever in my whole life. That's you plays game, bro.
Again as well, you know.
Me too. I just
Anyway, all right.